Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. Well, today I'm reviewing the new cigar from Crowned Heads. This is the 2018 version of the La Calaveras. This is the LC 54, 6x54 in size. There is your density. Now, the cool thing about this cigar, and I've reviewed several of the La Calaveras over the years. This is the 5th year, by the way. This cigar uses a San Andreas Maduro wrapper. First time for that. That got my attention because there's several good cigars out there that have the San Andreas Maduro wrapper. San Andreas Maduro wrapper is a good tasting wrapper. Now, the rest of the cigar, binder and filler, is all Nicaraguan. Actually comes in 3 sizes. LC, La Calaveras, LC 46 is 5 5/8 by 46. Quite a strange length. LC 50, 5 by 50, and LC 54, today's choice at 6 by 54. There's also a 4-cigar sampler, which retails for around $43. These cigars range, this one in particular is $11.95 retail price. And they range from $9.95 to $10.95 to $11.95, and the $42.95 for the sampler. Made in the My Father factory in Esteli. This is the 2018 La Calaveras. And as you should remember, La Calaveras pays tribute to the those who have died before us, the Day of the Dead type thing. If you are watching this video, you are not dead, and I welcome you. And please spread the word if you like my videos. Now, one thing I've heard or seen, read online is that a lot of people were, I don't like that green band. Well, it is a little different. It's a lime green, sort of Kermit the Green band, but it is what it is. I mean, I don't have anything bad to say about it. It's just, there it is. You can't smoke the band. Take it off. Now, this cigar, I'm looking at it here in the light from the window, and it's quite oily, nice shiny wrapper. That's a good draw. Not to steal a name from one of my sponsors and something I believe in, but that is a perfect draw. Just a wee bit of firmness so that you're not sucking air through a straw. Well, the first flavor is a sort of a tangy, dry cedar. The other flavors are going to combine to make what it almost tastes like. Brown sugar, tingly, cinnamon, leather, black coffee. I'm not sure if I'm getting in chocolate yet, but those front end flavors of that tangy, dry cedar with the brown sugar and cinnamon, it sort of gives it a flavor of a tart, sweet tart apple. Almost like a green apple. It's very strange, but it's nice. Right at the first, when I lit the cigar, I didn't really get a lot of the chocolate type notes, but now that I'm about a 1/4 inch in, I'm starting to get them. They're developing, and it's sort of a straight chocolate, not necessarily a milk chocolate, but it has some sweetness to it. Black pepper at a 7. A lot of black coffee at the base. The leather is rather light, but it is a little leathery in there. So those are your beginning flavors. And it's a pretty good start, in my opinion. I'm about 1.5 inches in, and you could almost call that the first quarter. And I'm coming back now because I'm solidifying my initial results. I thought they sounded crazy even to me, but you do have that tangy, dry cedar, chocolate with brown sugar, cinnamon, light leather, and black coffee. And that tangy, dry cedar with the other flavors combine to almost taste like a tart apple. Promise. Burning pretty evenly. And I will confess one other thing. Appropriate enough, this is a cigar that celebrates those that have gone for us or those that have died. I actually went a little brain dead and didn't start my timer. So I'm guessing that we are at 22 minutes here. 22 minutes for this segment. Not sure. But solidifying those flavors, and the chocolate is there, and it's all tangy and sweet and chocolate. It's really good. The flavors are all over the place, but they come together to make a nice, sweet, tangy flavor. The finish is sort of some of that dry, tangy cedar with a touch of nutmeg. And I don't even remember saying anything about nutmeg on the front end yet. There's a little bit of cream with those flavors, but it is sort of that tangy cedar, nutmeg, cream. And a little, but not much, lingering black pepper at this point. I'm not sure if I've ever had a cigar taste like this before. But it is, and I've had one before, a couple already. One already? Anyway, I've had it already before, but I'm impressed to give it a 93 score at this point. The chocolate notes have really come out, and they're nice and sweet. So even though the flavors are a little bit here and there and all over the place, they come together to make a nice flavor. So at the first quarter, 93. Well, we're right here at the midpoint. Burning pretty evenly. Okay, some things have changed. A lot more chocolate notes now, and it's not a sweet chocolate anymore. It's more of a dark chocolate. A lot of coffee. A lot of elevated coffee and dark chocolate notes. The other notes are still there. And also, do you remember in the last segment I talked about on the finish, I had a little nutmeg, none on the front end. Got it now. Got plenty of nutmeg now. And it's really taken away from the initial way the cigar started, which was nice, sweet, tangy, tart. It's gotten dark, very dark. You still have those notes. Those dark notes are a little above those sweet notes. They have overcome or surpassed them. So that causes me to lower the midpoint score to 91. 91 for the midpoint score. Again, I think the time is correct, about 45 minutes at this point. The cigar is burning fairly slowly. It's doing well. But we're definitely 23 minutes from the first quarter. So, yeah, I think we're about right. So that's where we are at the midpoint. The finish, a lot of dark notes, a lot of chocolate, a lot of nutmeg, and a little more lingering black pepper. The cigar is medium to full body. Actually inching toward full body. First time I've spoken about the strength, but it's very close to full body now. So there is your midpoint assessment. we're down to the end, so let's wrap it up. I didn't come back for the 3/4 point because things just kept going in that same direction. Really not enough to talk about. But here at the end, you've got a lot of dark chocolate, a lot of coffee notes, light leather, a touch of brown sugar, but not a lot. Nutmeg, still very dark and heading in that direction. Full bodied, finish, I'll say, is unchanged. The cigar from the outset to the end changed. It changed to a very dark noted cigar and just had very little sweetness. Although this is a good cigar and I can see a place for it, it just tailed off for me. Tailed off drastically. But if you like dark noted cigars that don't care for a lot of sweetness, start out and hang in there because it's going to turn dark on you. I guess it's appropriate because what it signifies, the cigar, because dead, dark, but it turned quite dark. And for this final half, I'm rating it at 88. So your final score is actually 90.666, but I'm going to round it up to 91. And that's probably about appropriate because it is a good cigar, but it just, for me, it didn't hold. I wish it had held what it was initially because I loved it, but it didn't. And you could tell me your thoughts after you have it if you found the same thing. But that will do it. So the 2018 La Calaveras from Crowned Heads, 91.